me.
Right,
Donkey
hello.
boy.
Back in the studio. Back from denial, back with the boys who are in denial.
My
Guys.
mom loves me. That's me being in denial.
Yes.
Because she doesn't.
Yes. You wanted to talk about novelty ringtones, didn't you, Andrew?
Back in the day, we used to have many novelty ringtones and we were happy in our lives. We were individuals. We used to pick certain ringtones that were funny or a song that we liked.
Yep.
And it showed something about us. When was the last time you saw a novelty ringtone about
People had something about them.
There's something about them. There was a personalisation.
And that something was a novelty ringtone.
A novelty ringtone. It's like, there'll be like a duck quacking and someone will be like, oh, who's that? And it'll be like, oh, it's Tina's phone. Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
Because we were individual and we had some stank on life. We put our stamp on life.
Right.
Nowadays, it's just the same marimba, or whatever the fuck that is.
I agree with that, actually. That's a good
It's
point.
all the same ringtone, whatever it is.
It's a horrendous ringtone,
and
you're
it's
right.
because no one bothers changing it because it's now embarrassing to change it.
Well, you'd go through on the little fucking brick phone.
Yeah,
right?
but
you'd scroll through all the novelty ones, right?
But even on the iPhones, you would go on iTunes and you'd buy a ringtone.
Yeah,
You'd buy a ringtone.
maybe.
You just about people would do
iPhone
it. And
3,
they'd be silly.
maybe.
They'd be like, you know, and you'd be, and oh, my phone's ringing. You'd be like, oh, you silly Ben.
Do you remember any of the? Do you have any like ones that really stuck in your mind?
Well, we'll get to that,
Right.
because I've decided to bring them back, and I've gone on iTunes and I've downloaded some novelty ringtones.
Brilliant.
So this is my generic ringtone now.
Danger, danger. This call is from your mother. It is most likely hazardous. Be prepared for a series of questions to which there are no right answers. Danger, danger. This call is from your mother.
Wow.
Your voicemail is terrified.
How much does that cost?
99p.
Okay, I mean that's money well spent.
It's money well spent. Charlie, give me a call.
Oh no, it's that idiot. You try to get away as much as you can. Oh no.
Is that idiot? You tried to get away.
Yeah.
Oh,
As
no,
much
it's
as you
that
can.
idiot.
You don't
Try
want the rest of the song implies that you don't want to talk to him because he's such an idiot.
Okay, that's good.
Horatio, give me a call.
All right. Calling Andrew. Is that as loud as your ringer goes?
Yeah.
How do you get any good?
It's broken. I've not had
So
my
you're
phone.
gonna have these quiet farts whimpering in your pocket.
I've not had my phone on loud for years.
I mean, that's brilliant. I might
back.
get on the novelty.
I think we're back.
Really?
I think I'm now saying
We've finally broken out of a 12, 15-year haze, basically.
Spent
And
£7 last night.
that's money well spent.
Got 7 because I kept going between different ringtone options. But one thing I've noticed is that the kind of new, more PC culture certainly hasn't caught up with the ringtone people.
Yeah, I imagine they're kind of... It feels like they're operated from underneath railway arches.
Yeah,
They're sort of
the
cut adrift.
last 20 years hasn't really happened to them.
Yeah, they're still stuck in 2008.
They're still, so they haven't. The ones that are still the charts, the tone charts. The store isn't loading, but there's a lot of, and I mean, I think the majority of the charts were. So I actually downloaded one for L, which I'm not condoning this ringtone, but it is currently my ringtone.
Oh, look, it is your girlfriend. She want to talk to you. Oh, your girlfriend's so cute. She make a flower, stand up straighter.
That's great.
Most of the ringtones on the charts are very offensive impressions of Japanese or Chinese
Yeah,
people.
but you can't judge
And
that.
Indian people.
You can't judge
sure that's
them.
not-
It's a different time. It was a different time.
Am I sure it's not what,
Do
Charlie?
you don't think that was necessarily an Asian lady? Do you think that's an English man?
What do you mean?
What are you talking
Who
about?
do you think did that voice?
An
Do you
English-
think they hide an Asian lady and they say, just say
Because authenticity
girlfriend.
was at the top of their list of importance for that ringtone.
No.
So you think that was
That
just
was a
like
bloke
Yes,
called
it's a
Derek.
terrible impression. Well, I did some research into this, and there's a kind of a monopoly company at the head of the ringtone
Makes
chain.
sense.
It's
Because no
called-
one's checking on it.
until last night, where I
Right.
did a deep dive into it. The main kind of, I think the majority of those ringtones you just heard there were by Ha Ha with 2 A's comedy.
Okay.
So I did a bit of
This
digging.
guy's mean business.
I did a bit of digging. There's no official company license to them. I believe they're an American company. They are an American company, but Americans don't. You can't go like on Company's House, the equivalent that you can in the UK. So I had to do a bit further digging. That's him. That's the man behind Ha Ha
I did
comedy.
see that, yeah.
So
Doesn't look crazy dissimilar to you. Let's say.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I mean, do you know? No, Charlie?
Yeah, I mean, if he changed his hair a little bit
Yeah, no, it's
and got a
obviously-
bit more fugly, then
Yeah, but also if
If I dedicated my life to ringtones, maybe I would end up looking like that.
But imagine this: you meet Andrew's brother.
I can really see him bald.
No, but imagine.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah,
But
he's
imagine Andrew's brother comes in, and if he came in, would you say you guys don't look alike?
No,
Or
I'd
would
say
you-
you're the spitting image of each other.
You would, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
That
I wouldn't say the spitting
No, no,
image.
that
You'd say
could-
I can
that
see
could
that he's your
easily-
brother.
I can see
yes.
the likeness.
That
I'm
could
not
easily-
disagreeing.
your mother
I'm
would
not
be very
disagreeing.
proud.
I could
If
see
your
that.
older brother, it was like that's really funny.
He looks like a lot of my cousins. It's not. This isn't mad. Yeah,
It looks a lot like.
there's a splash of me. Yeah, there definitely is.
So what's your point, though?
Excuse me. Don't interrupt to then say what's your point.
Yeah.
Get on with it,
What's your point?
Anyway, so yeah, that's the man behind it. There's this whole. I looked him up and he's gone through like 20 legal battles because he's trying to get certain patents of various things.
Right.
And there's also other companies who are suing him because he'll do like he does a Trump one that's awful. It doesn't sound like Trump at all. But
Do you
he'll
think
do.
he's the guy making the?
Yeah. It's I've done research. That's him. He's behind. He's the main man behind Ha Comedy. He's had at least 20 legal cases in the US where he's both the defendant and the plaintiff, or whatever
And the
it is.
prosecutor.
And the prosecutor. He's a lawyer as well on the side. I imagine though he's making some fucking money. There's a lot of the downloads that he's getting. He's as I say 20 lawsuits. I know that the Minions or whoever produced that, who did the
Gru.
Minions, DreamWorks, sued him. Because he did Minions,
Right.
ringtones, and he'd do like impressions of Minions and do like that thing. This is him. There's a Q&A with him talking to online lawyers, trying to ascertain whether he's got a case or not. The lawyer said that he does have a case and he should be all right.
On what grounds? I guess because he's
Someone
doing the
was suing
impressions.
him.
Is it because he's doing the impressions of the Minions?
Yes. So I think there was a short phrase like, what's a min? Like, which say it's a bit more trademark than that. So DreamWorks was suing him for that.
Right.
But then the lawyer came back and said you can't trademark really short phrases, so he should be fine.
Really?
But he's been for like 20 cases of patent law. I feel like he's actually this guy who's making all of those ringtones is actually making a living of it.
Yeah, because it's interesting. Because at first you're like, these guys are ringtones. It feels like they're scammers, they're scumbags, but actually they're
Artists.
They're not only artists, but they're people sticking it to the man. They're people trying to cut a living.
Yeah.
It's, it's part of the reason. Like when you watch The Sopranos, you can't help but kind of feel for them because it feels like they're cutting out a living for themselves in a society that rejects them.
Right.
That's this guy.
That is this guy, and he looks like a guy who's been rejected by society.
But he said, no, I'm not going to be a shit muncher.
No.
I'm going to
make ringtones.
I'm going to make ringtones.
I'm going to do Chinese impressions and Indian impressions are everywhere.
Yes, it goes against the taste of the urban elite.
So
right?
what? Fuck him.
Yes, I'm potentially stealing intellectual property, but of the biggest thing ever, you don't need all of that.
You don't need
And
all
what?
of that.
I try and cut a little piece out for myself. It's like when KFC did an advert which was listing all of like loads of different pictures of all the shitty chicken fried shops. Fried chicken, not chicken fried. Fried chicken shops in London.
Yeah.
PFC, the perfect fried chicken.
Yeah.
And said nothing's as good as the original.
Yeah.
It's like these guys are just trying to cut a little bit of a living for themselves.
Yeah.
And KFC's slamming the door.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? This is this guy.
This is this guy. He's
Trying
a man of the people.
Because when the Minions do it, they do a whole film about it, and he tries to do one little squelching impression.
And they say stop it.
Yeah.
And he goes, no,
So there's heroism to this guy.
There is. If you look through some of his other ringtones, I think you quickly go against him. He's quite. Some of them are pretty fucking horrendous.
Really?
Harrowing. Yeah. The Indian ones I really struggle with.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have gone so hard in his corner without hearing the rest
Here's
of his
some of the
ringtones.
Well, what he does, I've realised
He's British, right?
No, he's American.
American, sorry.
He's got a strategy of where I think he's released the most albums I've ever seen. I think he's released something like 200 albums. Play something. Go from the
This is You Stink. Big smelly asshole.
It's a big, smelly asshole.
That's pretty funny.
Don't mind that.
Father Chopsticks Calling. I think this is going to be bad.
This would be a racist one.
Your father's calling.
No, not.
Your father's calling.
Not loads to that one. Look up for any Indian.
Annoying alert, brother.
I can imagine what
Look.
that would be.
Oh,
It's your brother. It's your brother.
This is all his voice.
yeah. I imagine that. It's all the same bloke.
How long has he been working in this field?
Okay, deep. This is called deep doo-doo.
I think the first one that I saw was around 2008.
Yeah, well, that was the prime time of
Yeah.
Novelty ringtone.
He hasn't stopped.
I mean, is he laying down the bass?
He's producing it, I imagine.
Yeah.
I think this is. Do you reckon this is his whole job?
Yeah.
I mean,
probably.
if he's fielding this many lawsuits, you got to
Yeah.
assume.
And I think, to be honest, the vast majority that I saw were from him on the comedy.
Mexican one.
That's yes. That's
What
good
are his
stuff.
big audiences? You wonder if maybe it's broken out of the because it might still be big in fucking India. Also, I guess it's got to be like a silly enough culture,
Yeah.
like the culture that enjoys being silly.
Well, like rather than like the Maasai tribes
Yeah, I mean, I think they could. Yeah, I imagine North Korea they wouldn't
touch.
this. And I think for a lot of people,
It wouldn't
this
be
is not
available.
funny.
One more.
Japan, I reckon they could find this funny. He
loves like the bum stuff.
There is a theme in his work.
Yeah, it's mostly around like farts, bums, racist.
Insults.
I mean, it's not far.
Yeah.
Off. We can't, people in glass
Look at
houses.
the
It's true.
thumbnail. Look at the thumbnail. It's
It's a donut. Which
it's
is
a
bum.
it's a bagel
bagel.
with some onion and it says asshole in it.
With some onion?
Blurry yellow font.
It's unnecessary.
But I guess what's weird is if this is like a bunch of guys sniggering and they're friends, that's
Yeah.
something. But he seems to be doing this on his own.
I think
Does he have
he's
a
got.
team?
I think there's a team.
Right.
I think I
Is
only
there
found
like a-
one picture of him.
Right.
But there was in the conversation we was having with the online lawyer, he was saying we.
Right.
So
okay,
I
so there's a
presume
team.
there's a
There's a
Yeah,
team.
he's got a team,
I imagine he might be the main guy. Might be kind of the brains behind the organization. He's coming.
but
up
he
with the bits.
delegates
He's
the kind
coming
of
up with
Indian
the
accents too.
Yeah.
No, he does the accents. He does the skits, but then
Right.
he'll get like a producer in. He'll get someone to mix it at the end of it, and maybe he's got like a finance man kind of thing.
So what you think, I guess that is a good point though, is that everyone having the same ringtone. You know about the death of detail in
Yeah.
public design, right? And there's all those photos of like, it used to be just even small details like a park bench would have a lot.
Yeah.
Would have like some floral.
Bollards.
Yeah. And now everything is
Is
clean
uniform.
lines. Yeah.
It's the same with
and
our
I think
phones.
it's the same with ringtones.
Same with our phones. Bring back the racist Chinese ringtones.
There was details to it.
There was details. They might
But
have
now
been,
everything's the same.
If you look closely, they were horrible details, but they were lovely.
Still.
When your friend rings, why not have farts going off?
Yeah.
Why not? We
Yeah.
should live in that kind of culture instead of let's all have the same thing. It's
Now-
maddening. You hear it everywhere.
So you're excited to bring this back.
Yes.
Now, knowing you very rarely have to get up and go to do something tech-wise.
Yeah.
So I do know that you won't change this for the rest of your life.
For the rest of my life. It's been a miracle. I got on this
Because
weird...
you clearly got hyperfixated in a way you never do.
I did, yeah. I was on... Well,
and you
I was
won't change this. I mean,
I won't change
your
this.
speaker's broken, the case is broken. Like, it's you're not going to change this
No.
until you have to.
Until the
legally.
phone goes,
Yeah.
I imagine.
Yeah.
Well, I spent £7 downloading ringtones. Spent a while
So
doing
you
it.
have a generic one,
Yeah, that's
which you
the
said
mum
about
one.
mother.
Yeah,
which is why are you making everyone sound like it's your mum?
Just kind of found it funny.
Right.
It's your mother calling, but then I can also be like,
Right.
with the people I'm with, be like, oh, better pick up. She wants a good banging.
Yeah,
Implying that
yeah,
it's
yeah,
their
yeah,
mother.
yeah.
And I'll be like, yeah, you know.
Do you not think there's potential, I don't know, pitfalls? Maybe there's some bunkers to fall into with this?
I would suppose pitfalls might be, it depends where I am when they go off. If you call me with the fart noise and I'm in my law trial and
Right.
I'm on trial for sex offences and that goes off.
That's bad for the jury, I think. The jury
It's worse for
looking at-
me.
Yeah. I know, it's bad for the jury.
If they're trying to work
judgment
out
of you.
whether I did bad bum stuff
Right.
and then my phone rings and it's a bunch of fart noises.
I'm more thinking you get a call with some very bad news. Which is a very,
yeah. Okay.
you won't change this ever.
No.
So in the next 10 years, there's going to be a call
Yeah.
that will have, a family member ill, something shocking's happened.
Yeah.
And it will be, do you want to
Or
play?
if you ring me and you ring me to tell me that Charlie's died.
Yeah, Charlie has died in a fucking unicycle accident.
Call him.
In a unicycle accident.
Shall I call?
Yeah.
What?
Well, do you want it? We could do it. Oh, hold on, that's a different one.
Or Elle calls you to break up with you.
If Elle calls me to break up with me, it would go like this.
Oh, look, it is your girlfriend.
I quite like this one.
So cute.
What about the police? So go to your general one.
Yeah.
The police.
There's this one as
The
well.
police calling to say that your dad's been in an accident.
There's this one as well. Hold on. The
What?
twat is on the phone.
So this is the police calling
But-
to tell you that your dad's been in an accident.
But is he
There's also
English?
this one.
Is he English?
No, he's American.
It's that stupid friend of yours. You don't know what I'm talking about. This is that idiot that comes over and always cheers for the other team. The one you don't want to win.
It's really specific.
That's not much of a burn.
It's that dumb friend of yours that always cheers for the other team. Plus, they come over and eat all your snacks before they leave.
It sounds like he's really got annoyed at like one specific friend that came over, cheered for the other team, ate all his snacks, and he
I
left.
do think you're setting yourself up though.
Don't care.
The calls are going to get more serious the older you
Call
they're not
him.
the calls aren't getting sillier.
Call me and tell me Charlie's died.
Right, here we go.
Oh, sorry, guys. Hold on, the ratio's cool. Let me just take this. Yeah, it's fart noises. Yeah. No, it's fine. Sorry, mate. 1 second. Yeah, it's just for him. It's specific farts, like that kind of stuff. Anyway, sorry, mate. What's up? How you doing?
Andrew,
I
Charlie.
was just telling them about the fart
Yeah,
noise.
can
The
you-
fart noise
can you go
ringtone,
somewhere?
Yeah. No, it's just for him. I've got a different one. It's like my mum. It's really good. Yeah,
I think-
you've got your own one as well. Sorry,
Andrew, can you get somewhere less?
You know,
crowded?
you remember the
I
fart
know,
noises?
Can
I
you
told you
go,
about-
can you
yeah.
go somewhere quiet?
Yeah. One second.
I think we went too hard on. Charlie's dead. He killed himself and he left a note.
What did it say?
It was about. I think we made fun of him too much.
What, on the podcast?
I just think in general, I think he felt that it wasn't a joke anymore, and even though he felt like he'd been telling us a lot that he didn't like the way that we'd been speaking to him. I think we thought that was a joke as well, but in the letter he said that was what pushed him over the edge, and he
How did he do it?
he jumped in front of a train. It was like a moving platform, and
Where are you now? What are we meant to do about
well, the police coming over because they obviously want more information. And
They want to talk to us.
Yeah, and like I haven't spoken to his parents or anything, but I think we're gonna have to because the note. I don't know if do we get rid of the note. I don't know if that's like
We've got
that more illegal.
We've got to keep the note.
You're right.
We can't hold.
I mean, because people in the public saw it.
Give me
Yeah.
a sec. I'll call you back. My mum's calling.
Danger. This call is from your mother.
Yeah, mum. Sorry, Charlie's just died. I'll give you a call back.
That's awful, but David, your stepdad.
Yeah.
he's been in an awful accident.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Give me one. Fuck. What happened?
He was you know that novelty cycle.
Yeah.
cycle he does,
Yeah,
the
he always does
unicycle?
it. Yeah.
He was trying to get a lorry to honk him,
Oh.
and then the lorry it just distracted the lorry and it went straight into him and he's dead.
Oh, it's so. Sorry, 1 sec. Elle's calling.
Oh, rookie. She want to talk to you.
Hello.
Andrew, I've moved my stuff out.
Oh
you
no! No!
Was that after that?
Yeah. That's okay. I suppose those are the perils of
Yeah.
those ringtones.
Yeah.
But you never know. If I didn't have such a succession of bad news from all of the people in my life,
Yeah.
then maybe my mum called it would have cheered. After Charlie died, my mum calling me would have cheered me up.
Brought a bit of levity to
Brought a
the
bit of
situation.
levity to the situation.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, there's a dream. My life is, it's not far away from having a specific ringtone for everyone who regularly calls me.
You're like, is it Martin Luther King?
Yeah.
You have a dream.
Yes. That's the dream. And here I am campaigning for said
I have a dream.
I have it. Was he?
Yeah, he was.
I have a dream.
Yeah, he was.
That everyone's going to have personal ringtones, isn't it? I've
Either
already,
black
I've
or
already
white.
said it. Yeah. So it's a magical world. I think I want to open it up again.
Well, look, I also don't have a phone background, right?
What is yours? It's like,
It's the generic one, so I don't touch it.
yeah.
So my phone background is the generic one. So I guess the reason why
I really don't like that one. That one's horrible because
AI cartoon
yeah,
landscape.
it's just like
you could have like at least a nice mountain.
Yeah.
The Mac generic ones are great.
Yeah.
The kind of slow moving forest.
I guess part
into
of me,
that.
and I don't know how you guys feel. So you both have photos on yours, I assume.
I do.
Yeah.
I got Teresa and me
Do you
having a
not
cigarette.
feel whenever I've changed the background, I get really sick of it quite quickly.
Yeah.
And if it's a generic background, I never get sick of it because I never even think about it.
Mine's my girlfriend. Imagine that.
But that actual photo gets fucking annoying, right?
Yeah, it's infuriating.
It's like when you have a specific, you change your alarm to something else, then that song can be annoying.
Yeah.
But if it's all generic, you don't really think about it. So that's
true.
that's the reason
But it
why
becomes
I don't touch.
generic.
Yeah.
This don't
Does
choose
it?
don't choose a meaningful photo. I now don't see my background when I open my
Right.
phone.
Okay, maybe
it's
it
Elle
does.
holding up a sandwich.
Right. But does that not, is the photo, does it become generic?
No.
How do you
I
say-
stopped seeing it.
Mine's me and Teresa having a cigarette outside a Greek restaurant, and whenever I look at it, I think of.
How long have you had
her.
that?
I've had this same background for about 2 years.
Okay.
You don't think about that you don't think about your background when you go
I
on
do
it.
think about it when I see it because it reminds me to call her and like.
Yeah, I think that's quite
Yeah,
good,
okay.
actually, yeah.
I see that.
And
We did speak about this. Are you who are you speaking to more, Teresa or your nan? I forgot.
Teresa
Yeah, definitely more Teresa.
a lot more. She is. I speak to her.
I would
about,
be
better.
pretty pissed off if I was
If I
your
was,
nan.
yeah.
they don't know about her. She's like my
They
secret.
don't know about
Your
her.
side piece nan.
Do you not
She's
tell
my
them?
side nan.
Do you not tell them because you're fearful of what they're going to say?
I don't want them to get confused or I mean, you're already
What, they're
confused
going to
enough.
think that Teresa's your nan?
I don't want them to
I
like
don't call
get.
my nan enough, but that's my own shit, and that's that's.
But he
I
hasn't
don't
got
have
a side
I don't
nan.
have a side nan.
Yeah, but
Not to
All
be
of
confused
my-
with a side naan
all
that
of
you can
my-
order at an Indian takeaway.
Thank you, Andrew. All of my old woman energy is going into my alive nan. That's where all of my energy goes.
It's not a controversial point.
You're.
but there's plenty to go around. I call my real
You
granny.
have got a lot of old woman energy.
To be fair.
You do need to get it out. You're randy for old women.
Also, none of my
But it
grannies.
feels like you've got no nans, and then you're trying to fill that hole with
No, I've
Teresa.
got 2 nans.
Yeah, you got.
Both of them are alive.
Yeah.
You got 2 nans and Teresa.
Yeah, I've got 3 nans basically.
Yeah.
But my side nan lives in London and my other nans live elsewhere. So I need to, while I'm here, I need to kind of see one.
But Teresa has...
Oh right, so it's your nan in London.
It's
Yeah.
like
It's
yeah,
your city nan.
Yes, my city
your
nan.
comfort nan. Your support nan. But,
My other nans are further away. If they were all here, then I
but
get
what's
them all
also
together.
interesting is that Teresa has grandkids.
Yeah, who's she
They
speaking
don't see it,
to?
but I'm her
Yeah.
side grandson. Like they don't.
Yeah.
They don't really.
I mean, I wouldn't mind my nan having a side grandson because it's
No.
more like that's someone taking the labour off me that you're taking
Yeah.
care of her.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
quite nice. You're doing a nice job.
Well, so
there.
it's
but I
wrong-
would mind my my grandkids speaking
Having
to
a-
another.
Yeah, that's why I
Grandson
wouldn't
to
tell
another
them.
nan.
Also, like, I don't want them to get at this point. If the last thing I leave them with is kind of a sense that I didn't even care about them as my actual granny, which I do, then I would be.
Yeah.
That's devastating. I don't want them to like. I don't want them to.
Who's
not,
them?
My
In the-
real grannies. I want them to
right.
know that I care about them, and if they're 96, like if I just lump another lady called
Another
Teresa
lady.
on them, they'll be like, "Who the fuck's that?"
Do you
Yeah.
think that would she actually be upset?
I think it would require like a proper conversation. Be
Wait,
like,
how old is
like,
Teresa?
I love you,
How
loads,
old's
but I've
Teresa?
also got another one.
Yeah.
You're a fuckboy with old women. With like nan. How old is Teresa?
She's 80, but she looks 90.
Well, I guess to be honest, you've just gone for a younger model.
Yeah.
That's it. You
But only
basically-
marginally.
Only by like three
No,
years.
but basically you're like 96. Maybe like their language skills aren't as good anymore. Their memories.
I want a
gone.
new one.
Yeah. Who could
For
still
a
give
young
me
little
sweets and make me
Yeah.
sandwiches.
So it's like your mistress. She's like a bit of a
Yeah.
fucking.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It doesn't. The optics aren't good for my
No,
actual.
You know, younger women, they just take life less seriously.
Yeah, they've always got quality
They're
streaks on the go.
bouncier.
Whereas 90, 90, she's
They're past
drifting
it.
away.
They're more fun.
The
you
other
know.
nan's drifted away in a flood
Yeah, not my
recently.
type.
didn't
She's back
she?
now.
Yeah.
She's back now.
She's back from the flood.
From the flood.
Right, she's not still.
Yeah,
right.
that would be an issue.
Yeah, I think I had to sort of play it quite straight. When I met her kids for the first time, I had to really like lay it on with sort of Top Gear and like Fanta. You know, I mean, I had to like be very normal. I had to be very normal.
straight core,
because in
yeah.
case they're like, who's this like young man who's trying to either like fuck or like
No,
rob
don't
my
worry,
granny,
guys.
my mum.
He likes Fanta.
Yeah, he's a Clarkson fan.
Yeah,
Don't
like
worry.
Clarkson and fizzy drinks rather than sort of I don't know, drugs and porn.
Yeah.
Like-
so you just presented yourself as a bit of a normal person. To
Really
people.
normal.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if you.
So I'm not
if you like
I'm not
Fanta,
I
afraid.
don't really
watch
talk about
Top
drugs
Gear,
to any old women.
If you like Fanta, watch Top Gear, you're less likely to rape a nan.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Fanta and Top Gear.
You present as normal.
Yeah.
Because
Maybe
I
a
think
bit of a
they're
loser,
confused. I think
though.
they're a bit baffled by the sort of side nan thing as well. But I don't
Yeah.
speak about my actual granny with them either.
Do you speak about your nan with Teresa?
She knows about.
She knows
about
you
it.
have a nan. She knows,
She knows about your
my
wife at
real
home.
nan.
She knows about them, but we don't.
Is she
talk about
jealous?
She's the other woman.
it. Well, no, it's just not appropriate. It's just weird to discuss all of them at the same time.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. You shouldn't be hiding a nan from a different nan. That's a weird situation. But you're hiding another elderly woman from another elderly woman.
But Teresa's going to outlive both your nans, probably.
I'm not sure. They're all on their last legs, weirdly at the same time.
Are you looking for another nan?
That's suspicious.
Because if you have all three go pretty...
It's not like you know when people get a new dog, when they get the same dog when their dog dies. You know, like if people have a family of... when they constantly get Labradors.
Yeah.
I'm not going to immediately find
another
I don't like that.
old
I don't like when people replace
I don't like that
dogs.
either.
With the same dog?
Yeah, with the same sort of dog.
It's just you never cared about it.
You've got to go for something different, yeah.
And then so often they'll name it the same.
So what will you go for?
I will go
a young boy.
I will go for probably an old man. An old man instead, maybe.
Would you actually? But I don't think you want an old man.
No, you don't want an old
man.
man.
You want an old woman.
You love
Ideally,
old
but
I don't think
I'm happy
old
to
man
sort of...
socially. I don't think you'd actually. The old woman, I think, is what you want. You want a bit of a grandmummy.
Mm.
Yeah. You want a little bit of the tenderness.
Sweeties under the table.
But they're all...
$5 slip there for some pocket money.
You don't want a racist old granddad.
No. But I don't want to racist old granny either. It depends on the model. You can get a nice. I'm not totally precious on the gender. As long as he's cute, as long as he's sort of
where would you go to pick up a new?
Yeah, that
was
going to be my question.
Yeah, what is not?
Where will I find him?
Yeah, but where did you find Teresa again? Sorry,
I've met her through a charity, but I guess the old man.
I guess you go to a charity.
No, but that's all. They've gone under now.
Defunct.
I think I'd need to find him in the petrol station or church. Church probably.
Are you hanging around there?
No, but I could. I know some churches.
I'm not sure the petrol
mosque.
station.
I might go mosque. I just get
go Muslim. Granddad.
Maybe.
That'd be interesting.
It's a new dynamic.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I mean, I was saying on the other podcast, you do look like a white Muslim, doesn't he?
Yeah.
At the moment, yeah.
Yeah.
It's really itchy.
Yeah.
This episode of Boys Gone Wild is brought to you by BetterHelp, because fundamentally this is nothing but a men's mental and physical health podcast, listened to mainly by women. Shorter days don't have to mean worse mental health. This is prime time for sad season. Take care of it by using BetterHelp.
It's tough when it's dark and we don't get any sunlight. It's a difficult time of year and we need to check in with our friends and our friends need to check in with us. And you can check in with a therapist instead. Once you go to therapy, you'll probably ask yourself, why didn't I do this sooner?
It's got lots of high quality therapists, over 30,000 therapists with an average rating of 4.9 out of 5 out of 1.7 million customer reviews. Those are unbelievable numbers, right?
So this month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. And our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/gonewild. That's betterhelp.com/gonewild.
Yeah, sort it out.
More in the news. I mean, it's getting a bit silly. I mean, when we talked about this last time, did we talk about this last? No, not last episode. 2 weeks ago, we talked about this.
Yeah.
The mistakenly released prisoner. It's somehow happened again.
Twice more.
Yeah. The run of releasing prisoners is getting pretty absurd now. It's quite hard to know how to deal with this. This feels like it goes beyond politics, right?
This is right to the top.
But I mean, it's more like you can't really have I don't think this could be a divisive issue. This is clearly...
It's like, just do the paperwork.
Surely.
Just do the right paperwork.
Across the board politically,
Everyone's...
we have to agree that it's bad.
It's more like it's an admin error. It's like it's like a bureaucracy error.
But I also want more information. I want lots of information. I want to see how it works. I don't know how you do that. I feel that's quite simple.
Guess how many prisoners have been freed by mistake since April?
12?
90. 90 people have been released by mistake. What's happening?
So a lot of people talking about the UK do sell it as more broken than it is. And it's more sensationalized in the US. But this
doesn't look good.
This is pretty absurd.
This doesn't look... What do you think they're doing? Do you think they're just going up to the receptionist and going, I should be allowed out now. I'm free.
Apparently, it's to do with a lot of the paperwork is quite hard to read or something like crazy like that. Surely it's all in digitized.
Wingdings.
What does a bell mean again, Judith?
I mean, the fundamental thing
release, I
is
think.
that it's...
All right, let him out. Yeah.
The fundamental thing is they're understaffed, I guess. It's the sign of how it's underfunded.
Yeah.
It's overcrowded.
I suppose so.
Yeah.
But it's like, surely there's just... I think we came up with a system. It was
or maybe
it was an Excel spreadsheet color-coded saying, with red, don't let out, green, do let out. I think I would check a few times.
What do you think they do it like? They let one out.
Oh God! Did you let Daryl out? Oh God,
Wait, is it the same prison?
He's a fucking rapist. He's due out
can't
in
be
4
the same
years.
prison.
It's the same man. It's the same guy.
Oh! No, what he does
John! You stop letting him out!
I imagine more. He's walking around with a big load of keys, and then he looks in and goes, "What do you went to?"
Oh fuck! Not again! 90 times. Yeah, I mean,
Does the person they're meant to release, do they keep them as sort of collateral?
What?
So they're obviously meant to release someone, but they've released.
I don't think that's necessarily true.
Because then I'll be like, well, still release me. No, we can't release anyone else.
I don't think it's a case.
Because how do I know you're not lying?
I don't think it's a case of mistaken identity. I think it's come up like John Smith, the murderer,
due to be released,
and they've got the wrong date.
Yeah,
it's not like we were meant to release Kat Deely, the rapist. She's a singer. She's on Strictly.
Oh yeah,
she should be in prison. That's the main point of that I was trying to make. And make sure we don't.
I want to see what's going on in the office. I want to see what the office culture's like. I don't think it's that. I think it's a lot of blabbermouths, chatty, sort of like,
right.
You know, they're just like a lot of gossip about the weekend.
Yeah.
You know.
You're saying they're not paying attention to the
I don't think they're paying attention. I think they're quite thick, but they're also quite, here's the thing. They're one of those kind of people, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Middle managers types. This is the thing you got to remember.
Right. We got to remember to not release the prisoners.
I imagine it's an ADHD mum who's overweight. And her name's Brenda.
It's a fat mum.
Fat mum.
It's a fat mum.
You're putting this at the fat mum's door.
Yeah. They've had it too good. They've had it too easy for too long.
No, but isn't it more of a big deal when they let people out?
Christ, let's cut all the fat mums out of the prison system.
Isn't it like when they let them out, it's not like a big deal, or do you reckon they're just churning them out? Is it?
What do you reckon?
They're churning them out.
How? What? Is it a big deal when they release a prisoner? What do you think
just
happens?
mad to think that like you can just be like, is that prisoner just like? Does the prisoner know that he's...
Well, I think, yeah. The question is, does the prisoner know?
I think the prisoner surely knows.
Imagine just accidentally being released like 2 years early.
I saw footage of one.
Delighted.
So one of the stories about what happened, a lot of them are like asylum seekers who don't even speak English.
Yeah.
So I imagine they're
just confused.
Even more confused.
Just
so one
out.
of the cases, my sister was telling me, of child assault or whatever. Not assault, it's too strong. Basically... He was an asylum seeker who'd come here quite recently, and then there was a schoolgirl sitting on a park bench, like a 14-year-old, and he sat next to her, started talking to her, and then put his hand on her leg.
Yeah.
And that's got him in prison.
Yeah, okay.
So apparently it was just that.
Just that.
And maybe from where he was from, you're not going to get put in prison immediately.
No.
Because his country might not be as woke as ours.
Yeah, okay, here we go.
It won't be the wokerati.
Yeah.
So
he's been put in prison for that.
Apparently it was just, but you're not allowed to do that. That's like prison time.
I guess it is.
You
quite
can't touch a 14-year-old on the leg like that. It's pretty.
Yeah.
But in my head, I'm like, I imagine I'd let them off with a quick spanking or something.
A beating.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm quite Old Testament. I think a little bit of a leathering.
Yeah.
But no, apparently you do that, and that's like.
I think that makes sense, though. It's quite
prison time for. I mean, what
it's
are you
anything
doing? What are you
adjacent,
doing?
I think
what are you doing touching a 14-year-old's legs?
It's nonsense. You want to fuck her.
Yeah, it's nefarious regardless.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be going up to
I mean, you're one of the most pro-paedophile people in the country, so I wonder what you think about that. To Dr. Cohen.
I'm not a pro-paedophile. I've had discussions about the difficulties that they must have because they don't have a choice in it, the nuance. Yeah. However, any action on paedophilia is wrong, and this is an action on it.
Right.
Therefore, lock him up and throw away the key. And don't release him too early. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Prison time when we already have overcrowded prisons, but it's a red flag.
He's a nonce.
It's a red flag.
Sorry, I know I'm the nonce of the room, but this guy, that is an.
But he hasn't. We don't know that.
He's putting his hand on a leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
if
a big
I'm
red flag.
If I'm the dad, I'm like, put him in the fucking jail.
Yeah.
But then we don't want the justice system.
Who knows
run
what he'd have
by
done if he'd had more time?
Pardon?
What if he'd had more time?
Well, we don't know yet. It's a red flag, but we can only punish someone for the act, not the presumed
Well, like
act.
a dating red flag.
Yeah.
Like you should. That's not the guy you marry.
I wouldn't put it on my Tinder profile.
That's a red flag.
What's my perfect Sunday? Hanging around a school and then touching 14-year-olds' legs.
Red flag.
Red flag. I just don't think he's going to be that into me.
I do think maybe bringing back the Australian penal colony thing. There's so much room over there.
Yeah.
We are so overcrowded.
Big fence.
We can't support this many prisoners.
Right.
Clearly, we haven't been able to for a while.
Yeah.
We used to ship them, export them, and now they've made a beautiful country.
Not fair.
Right? So let's do that again.
Yeah.
You know, Australia's built on British prisoners. Why don't we try to do that somewhere else?
Not
So, like,
Australia.
I don't know. Maybe someone new.
Rwanda for nonces, basically. Is that the project idea?
Maybe. I think Rwanda is in the middle of a region with lots of other countries. Australia was perfect because there's nothing.
Well, they were
around it.
going to send asylum seekers to Rwanda or
That's what I mean,
That's its own
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I'm thinking more. These prisoners. Let's start that shit up again.
Yeah, Wales.
Let's send them to Wales.
I think the Welsh are having it too good. At the
They
moment.
are having it too good.
All of their valleys.
Let's
Just
have a
stick them in a
crack at the
valley.
Welsh.
Stick them in a valley. There's so many valleys there. They've got lots of green space. And they've got silly voices.
Send them to Canada, maybe, because there's a lot of space in Canada.
I just think Wales.
Yeah,
Now that I say it, I just think that's the answer.
yeah,
Because they've already got loads of pens for like sheep and stuff.
yeah.
Just chuck them in a pen. Like a big crowd of prisoners in a pen.
And
And
would you
have a
have,
big
like-
shepherd or who'd be the new prisoners.
Well,
Oh,
and a Welsh guy
And then you
whistling
heard-
would use sheepdogs.
And then they'd herd them all up.
Nonsense.
Yeah, they'd be running around with their little hard cocks. Going,
It's quite-
"Oh," and then they do it.
And then they would have their pubes trimmed.
Yeah.
Like sheared. Like,
Come here. Off you go. Off you go. They'd keep better track of them than the UK
Right, come
prison
here, you
system
nonce.
does.
Let's get this right off.
Yeah, they would. The Welsh are excellent farmers and shepherds.
They are.
So get the prisoners there, where you can get people who would take care of them and know what's happening. Welsh shepherds wouldn't let them out of their sight.
Do you know what's going to be in the comments? Andrew Kerman for PM.
Andrew Kirwan for Prime Minister.
This guy should run.
This guy should run on shipping the prisoners to Wales.
If only someone like him was in Westminster. That's the problem.
Damn
But
right.
are you shipping all prisoners or just the paedophiles?
Just the paedophiles.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Wales becomes a pedo colony.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not far off at the moment.
Whoa.
I don't know.
Oh, God.
Have a crack at the Welsh.
Yeah, all in good nick, all in good fun. I found an interesting
Go
article on the interweb the other day. I had eye surgery, then all I could see was massive boobs due to rare complication. For 10 whole days, retired teacher Mark Bryan was confined to his house, too afraid to go out in public on account of being haunted by hallucinations of massive boobs.
Right.
So he got eye surgery, and then he just saw massive tits everywhere. He was scared. He didn't want to leave his house
Why didn't he want to leave his house?
because he was scared of seeing the boobs.
So, did he not see the boobs in his house?
He did, but he could deal with them in his house.
Okay, I guess
It
it's
wasn't
more
like if you go out like,
you know what you are. You don't want to be
Yeah.
attacked by a massive pair of breasts.
Yeah. Back in August, Mark Bryan, 45, underwent laser surgery on his right retina to treat scar tissue caused by diabetic retinopathy. A sight-threatening condition. I don't care. Just 6 days later, while he was frying sausages, Mark was greeted by the busty vision, which appeared at the corner of his eye. For the next 10 years, Mark was visited by the image he came to refer as Tallulah, which he likened to having Pamela Anderson pinned to my face. The hallucination would pop up without warning when the retired teacher was simply brushing his teeth or watching TV. Tallulah was even there when he closed his eyes.
Him calling it Tallulah means
When's the
that
next
I have less-
appointment for eye surgery? Do you mind if I just pop out quickly to get some later eye surgery?
I'll be right back. Don't ask where I'm going.
Might just have to get my eyes fixed quickly. Yep, just get them fixed.
Cut to the eye surgery's closed. Andrew's like a homeless guy trying to get fags. You know.
Please. I've heard about the boobs. I want
What
to
you
see
said you
the
started
boobs.
at 8 a.m.
Give me the
It's 8 a.m.
surgery.
now. Open.
Give me the boob eye surgery. Yeah, I've never heard of laser eye surgery where you see big tits afterwards.
No, I mean that's probably why it's noteworthy. To be
yeah,
fair,
that's
so-
probably why it's a news article. I think I also wouldn't necessarily come to the media about that. I wonder how they get these stories.
Yeah.
Does he ring up and says I could see tits? He said he actually, when he was looking at some women, the Tallulah would become that woman, and the boobs would become on the woman who might not have as ample breasts. They became larger because of his hallucination.
Right. Well, now I'm struggling to have sympathy for the bloke.
I
You know-
think he slipped a tenner to the doctor and said,
Give me the
"Once
boob
you-
one.
just before he goes under, give me the boob one."
Well, I mean, it happened accidentally, but I can imagine if you were ever getting eye surgery, you would be like, "Come on."
Just give me the boobs.
Well, it'd be more like, "Come on, dude."
Come on. Are you the guy that does the boobs?
It'd just be like, "Give me the boobs." It's like asking a masseuse asking you for a happy ending. It's like, and would you like the?
Yes, please.
Because you don't want to make it too explicit.
I want to shut my eyes and see big tits.
Do you want to maybe see something else?
I want to see nothing else other than big tits. I don't even care if you fix my
But the
vision.
way he was talking about it wasn't. I thought eye surgery went slightly wrong. So there was something that looked like two orbs permanently.
No,
sort
tits. A woman.
I know, but it seems like this is a sort of apparition that visits him, that haunts him.
Yeah.
And occasionally haunts him.
It would be a fucking nightmare. Jokes aside.
But it comes out of nowhere, these tits.
Yeah, every now and again it will pop
It's
up.
every now and again. So it's
Yeah.
not permanently done.
No. Still
And
a nightmare.
what's interesting, though, is that he can morph them onto another woman's breasts.
I think he's doing that. I don't think that's a hallucination. I think he's tried really hard and managed to make her into a real person.
So it's not like a tearing of his eye. Is it? It's not like a perfect tear where it just looks like boob. It's a hallucination.
No, he hasn't got a breast shape hole in his eye.
And he's like,
they
stretched.
kind of look like tits, I guess.
So he's just hallucinating.
It's it's a hallucination.
right.
Yeah.
My friend had that with the TFL logo.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah,
This girl did acid, and she would like permanently see the TFL sign wherever.
I've looked for the tit one.
Me too.
Yeah.
Tits or Transport for London?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I guess it's less distracting, the Transport for London one.
It's true. And they do such a good service.
Yes. In other news, the BBC is under fire. You seen any of this, Charlie?
I have.
Probably
Tim
not.
Davies been axed.
Oh.
Yeah, his
Oh,
head,
you did bring it up.
his
didn't
head
it?
has rolled.
He got a notification about it and started trying to bring it up like he knew anything. So it's fair.
I feel like he's
Is
been
it Tim Davies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tim Davey.
Tim Davies.
He's always in hot water.
He's always in hot water. That's why they called him Teflon Tim. I was reading.
And that's worn off now, I suppose.
Yes, because he's
What's he now?
Tepid Tim.
Plastic Tim.
So have you seen what happened? Have you seen what happened? Right, you've seen the doctored footage, right?
yeah.
No.
So what happened basically is Trump was giving a speech on Jan 6th, and when the BBC covered it, they took apart from the beginning of the speech and apart from the end of the speech and spliced it together to look more like he was inciting a riot.
And they missed out a key part of. I think the main complaint was that they missed out when he said like peacefully, essentially.
He said, "Whatever you do, do not storm the Capitol." And they took out
Whatever you do.
not.
Yeah.
Do
Storm Capitol. They just made it look more incendiary than
That is
actually
dumb.
it was.
No, it's bad.
It is, but it's
what
also part of a documentary, so they should have
No,
included.
they knew what they
absolutely
were doing.
should have
They
included.
knew what they
it.
were doing.
But it was like,
and that's why there was internal emails about it at the time, and that's partly why there's a whistleblower. So
Yeah.
it is definitely bad. But if I can get sincere on Maine for a second, no homo. I do think that's like the fact that this has lost him his job. That's fucking kudos to the BBC, right? Everyone's doing shit like this the whole time.
Yeah,
The fact that this is such a big deal, the fact this is like an identity crisis for the BBC, it just made me love the BBC more. I was like, fair play to you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
Everyone's saying like
they've always had to.
lamestream media, fucking no, they're upholding standards. Everyone's doing this shit. Your mouth is so wide open right now.
Well, that's the BBC. Well, they have to do it. They have to, and it's one of my favorite
But
things.
that's good, though.
I agree. I like the BBC.
And it was
but
bad
it's one of
that
my
they did
favorite
that.
things about it. Whenever they fuck up, they've got to put it as their front page
Yeah.
headline news and like the biggest thing. Because they can't seem to be non-impartial in any way.
They love
So
telling
whenever there's a
themselves
fuck up, even if it's not, if the BBC fuck up, even if it's not the front page like the Guardian, it will be the front page of the BBC, which is pretty embarrassing, but. It's good. It shows impartiality, I suppose. But they're making but they have to because they're funded by the taxpayers. But how are they getting their funding? Because no one pays their license
No one
fee.
pays. Well, there's a lot of people, older people do.
Yeah, but they're dying.
They are dying.
So
But they
wonder-
need to redo their model for sure.
But it's not a model because it's otherwise you get tax you will get taxed as part of it from our income tax or something.
Yeah.
There's always been a separate
Yeah, but
thing.
there's a more efficient way to gather the tax than be like, are you paying it? You better, or else we might check it, but we probably won't.
What? Yeah, I guess.
Because a tax would
If you-
actually take it as opposed to leave.
But it'll be it's a license fee, so
Yeah.
it wouldn't be a tax. Yeah, I don't know. It's
There's
hard
other ways to
enforcing
do
it,
it.
and people don't want to do it anymore, and they'll just
No.
stop watching the BBC because you've got Netflix and everything else.
What they'll be watching, they're
know,
watching big pornos on Netflix.
Big knobs and things. I don't know what these children are doing nowadays. Frankly, it's abhorrent and appalling.
No one's watching BBC News because they're all on Netflix.
Yeah, the 10 o'clock news now the 10 o'clock balls.
But yeah, I do feel for the BBC because they're like one of the last upholders of like the old school way of doing it, and they're kind of going to get eaten alive by their own principles.
Why are they the last upholders of the old school?
Because it feels like new forms of media are not beholden to these standards.
Hmm.
You know, if
Navarra
Media doctored a thing like that, they're not going to get sued for $1 billion, and it makes them such a.
They get sued. If the Guardian did it, Trump would still sue them.
Maybe
BBC is always different because it's funded by us.
But that's why it's.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's under threat.
Yeah.
So it's actually quite a libbed cuck take from me. But
do we have any
Go
standards
on,
like
BBC.
editorially? Is there any like principle?
Well, it's an
that could
interesting one.
Define us.
We've frequently spread misinformation.
I'm going on a podcast tomorrow, which is sort of an offshoot of Channel 4, and they have a lawyer who's going to be zooming in the whole time to check for libel. And they want
That's
to
a very different experience.
Yeah, so I was trying to run. I was like, maybe we should be doing it. And then I was like, but what if I just say allegedly? And they said, yeah, we used to try that, but that doesn't fly.
That's
to me,
fair
I'm
enough.
like, that's kind of fair.
I do get it.
You can't just say
Because
allegedly.
we say shit and be like, we might be wrong.
Yeah.
It doesn't really cut the mustard. Does it?
I guess we don't have the sort of the brand recognition of Channel 4 or the standards to uphold.
No.
And so this can all be seen within big air quotes.
Yeah.
Or maybe maybe this is how you should get.
We could
Just always doing this.
We could paint them on there.
Or like have massive
fingers.
animatronic.
Like a
Yeah, with
biological.
horrible noise
And they
going
have a real
off.
hum to them.
Yeah.
It's like a loud fridge.
Yeah. Once we get our first lawsuit, we'll do that. It feels unnecessary.
But yeah, it is interesting, journalistic integrity. Because we don't really, seemingly in this new media, you can just say whatever you want. And all these people jumping down the BBC's throats, like, all they do is lie, basically.
Yeah,
and
it's
like,
ridiculous.
I fucking talk shit for a living. Well, yeah, so the founding principles of the BBC. Do you know what they are?
Don't be biased.
Don't fuck. To educate, to inform, to entertain.
Yeah.
I guess we'll do all of them, but educate. Can we inform without educating?
I think we
informers.
shouldn't say we inform because
We're
that
informers.
gets us in a bit of a dodgy
We're not
legal
educators,
tract
we're
as
informers.
well.
Misinform and
Yeah,
Misinformers and educators.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
The inform and educate are pretty similar,
mm,
I'd argue. So,
it's a good argument.
yeah.
So I got back from Egypt, and on the trip, part of the deal that Tati had got with the hotel is that there was complimentary massages. Right, I'm not a big massage guy. I find it quite uncomfortable. But they were free, so I thought I'd give it a go.
Yeah.
So me and my sister's husband went in there, and then he got an attractive small Chinese woman.
Right.
Kind of what you want. And I got like a sort of quite nervous 40-year-old looking Indian bloke.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've been properly I think maybe if he was like, maybe there's certain different types of blokes you'd feel more comfortable with. I don't know. I don't know, like...
I think I'd
Like
be fine with any bloke.
a Japanese bloke.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Wait, what? So what blokes aren't you fine with?
I don't know.
English, but I don't think you want an Eastern European. Anything but
Maybe
English.
Eastern European, I
Anything but
feel-
English, I think.
I mean, I've done
Maybe
it,
a
I've had
cold
massage,
Swedish
but I
man
can't-
who feels
I
like
can't
less
see a
of
problem.
anything.
If he's good at it, I can't see a problem.
Well, look at you, very, very high horse, sanctimonious prick.
Well, look at you in the shit going, I don't want this Japanese man doing it.
But I guess it was much more uncomfortable than I thought it'd be. He made me get out of my panties and put me into massage panties. And I found the whole thing...
What are massage pants?
They're
Are they
like-
like the candy ones that you can eat off?
They're like... There's sort of these slip-on
Rubbery.
Nylon.
nylon little... like a black thong that you could use... I got out of
A
packet.
thong?
But not far off.
Is it oily? Is it not to get oil on your pants?
It's more... I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's more just...
It's
so
not
you
just
can
like a
get- you can get
humiliation
right up there.
ritual. Oh,
Yeah.
so he goes in your bum?
I did a lymphatic massage.
Right.
Right. And that meant that he did both sides of me.
Ooh, did you
So
get a
it's
chub
bit-
on?
I didn't get a chub on. To be honest, I
That's
had no
why he
risk.
doesn't want a man doing it, because he's I'm going to get harder, then everyone's going to know I'm gay.
He had rough hands. He had a bloke's hand.
Fucking loved it.
Farmer's hands.
Absolutely
Yeah.
loved it.
And so it was like, I mean, when I was lying on my front, it was fine because I could imagine it wasn't a bloke, even though it was like really rough hands. But when he flipped me over, it was like, yeah, this is deeply uncomfortable. I'm
And you're
here in these
looking at
little
him.
panties you put me in, and you're
Yeah.
rubbing my chest. It's too much. It is too much, and maybe I've just got way too much, gay panic going on. But it was.
As always with these stories, you do have too much gay panic going
Do you
on.
think you wouldn't?
Wouldn't care. Genuinely.
He's fucking turned you over.
Well, if he's fucking me, that's a bit of a different question. Because you're just... Yeah.
He's fucking you and he's got your
He's got his
legs
knob.
are over his shoulder.
And his knob's in your bum. You'd be fine with that, yeah? Well, his knob's in your bum, you're fine with that. Look, the coarse hands I can understand because that would take away from the quality of the massage.
Right.
But
so for you, it's just purely...
soft hands, if he's doing... I don't know. I'm going in there to relax.
like
relax my body. I think I'd prefer a man because I'd be scared about getting too turned on.
That is a concern.
I don't want to make it sexual. If she's really hot and I turn round and then there's suddenly a tent in the blanket because of my massive chub on, what do I do next?
How do you think you'd be with a...
I
mean,
actually...
you swing both ways.
I became aroused with a female massage in...
couldn't find the word masseuse.
Masseuse. And it was very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I felt ashamed.
Did you get a chub on?
Yeah.
I suppose that's part of the job.
I think with a guy, I'm not that worried. I mean, going front ways up is quite intimate.
I wasn't ready for him to flip me.
Did he literally just pick you up and flip you?
No, he asked quite politely if I could turn around.
So what's your perfect massage bloke that you'd want? If
you'd want him to be really effeminate in a way, wouldn't you?
We've had this conversation before. This is about when you were like...
He was like a little Japanese twink.
When you
like
were saying
twink.
your guy crush was like...
Troye Sivan.
Yeah, which is the gayest thing I've ever heard.
No, that would be too real, wouldn't it?
Exactly.
You want
You're a gay mess.
No, I wouldn't want my gay crush to do it.
No, you want a soft-handed, big
you just said
Romanian
you want
guy.
Yeah, you want a manly man.
A big
soft-handed, like Eastern European dad. That's what I want. I want him to look like
get into my muscles with his massively strong thumbs and change like the molecules of my body and make me more relaxed than I've ever been because of his strength. That's what
I could do a kind Spanish man.
This is so gay, man.
No, I could do a kind Spanish man because I think there's
a
kind Spanish man because I think there's a real lack of... I think Spanish in general are quite unjudgmental as people.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are they going to judge? What are you afraid of them judging?
I don't know. I just feel more comfortable. And then I would take a very cold Icelandic, Swedish, Swiss maybe, like a really quite like doesn't see any irony or sarcasm in anything sort of guy who just seems very clean and boring.
Yeah.
And then he blows your back out.
No, he rubs my back out.
Right. Okay.
He rubs the knots out my back.
The second one you described...
He fixes my back.
The second one you've described is
the second
one you've described is quite a lot like how you described to me your type in a woman once. Cold Scandinavian,
chilly.
But you just went, well, if it's that in a man, this is gay panic all over.
Who would your to you? There's not even a type. It's just perfect. It's just whoever's best at the job.
Yeah,
it's just purely.
I think genuinely the only issue I'd have with gender, I really wouldn't want to get turned on.
When did you last have a massage?
Never.
Right. Well, now that sort of opens up. It's very easy for him to sit there. While both me and you.
I've had a sports massage. Oh, I did have another
one. How long ago
one.
was that?
I've had 2 massages.
How long ago was the sports massage?
The sports massage was about a decade ago.
Well, I do think you should You should get down from that high horse when you have no experience.
I'm not on a high horse.
You're acting like I wouldn't think any of that. You don't know what you'd think.
I don't know how to say something I think to be true. If that's on a high horse, I suppose it is.
I think it should be said with less
gusto,
conviction, and gusto for someone who really doesn't know this world like me and Charlie do deeply.
Yeah, you can.
But you don't have a problem with a man, and I imagine I'd be pretty similar to you.
No, I don't think I have I think I'd actually rather have a man because of the danger of
that's my instinct. I prefer a man
aroused.
rather than a woman because I really want to get hard.
But then if you get a chub on with a man, it's kind of more like, don't worry about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With a girl,
high five, he slaps it.
Yeah, like with that, it's like this is science. This is science. Whereas with a woman, it's like, that's kind of embarrassing. Like I want to kiss you so badly.
Yeah,
I think I'd take I think you want a big.
I guess the big pro of a bloke is if you get a massive erection, he can do the bit and that's a laugh. I guess that is.
Dicks are funny. Ha ha ha. I've got one too.
Because it's not funny if a woman doings your erection. But
no, because excuse me, that's my penis.
Yes.
Whereas a man, go on, have a nosh on it. Maybe
fair enough. So David Harbour's back in the news. I'm following this because I'm interested to see how you come back from this. It seems like he's just ignoring it?
Well, the addition to the news that since we've spoke about it was that there was an alleged a complaint from Millie Bobby Brown of harassment and bullying.
But then she stood with him on the red carpet.
She stood firm with him on the red carpet.
Right.
And it all seemed to be smiles and giggles and happiness. The stranger things, there was no, they weren't stranger things at that point.
No.
They were friends.
Familiar things. Yeah.
Friends, otherwise known as. And, you know, it felt very PR-y. I mean, he seemed to be doing fine. I wouldn't be able to leave the house. That'll be it for me, I think.
Yeah. But I think him coming out has helped it a lot, right? Because it's normal.
100%. Because now you see the face and there's a bit like, oh, he's not like in a dungeon with butt plugs up himself.
Yes.
He is like a normal person who walks around, who just has a like of butt plugs.
Yes.
But I think then the Millie Bobby Brown thing's turned out to be, there was a complaint, but it was years ago and it's since been resolved or rescinded. So it's not as big as it. But there was one, which is, it's not nothing at all.
Not nothing.
There's fucking something that, I mean, she was a child when she complained about David Harbour harassing her.
Sexually?
No.
Just being like a knob?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It wasn't sexual?
No. If it was sexual harassment, he would be off. There's no chance.
Oh, it was just
he would be a paedophile.
It was just him being...
He would be a fucking nonce if it was sexual harassment.
Yeah.
It was him. No, it was him
Send
being...
him to Wales.
Yeah, get him in a pen. Fence, they can't leave. It was bullying and harassment.
Right.
But so they said it was years ago and it's been resolved. But she's what, 21 or something?
Yeah.
Well, she started when she was probably about 12, 13.
Yeah, she just.
He's obviously a nightmare.
That's not what I'm saying. So it would have happened when she was, between the ages of like 12 and 16, which is mad that she's complained about this old man harassing her.
Do you think reputationally there's any way back for him, or do you reckon he is cooked?
I think he's pretty cooked.
I think if he kept going, because I think he's got a role in a big film.
Has he?
Apparently.
But do you think if he just keeps his head down, he could kind of return to being a normal person?
I think he can. There's a way out for him.
I don't know. I've always wondered how much America knows about this. Because they're not...
the album's been big in America.
Has it been big in America?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Definitely. Okay. Yeah. That's my... Yeah. Because I'm seeing a lot of UK stuff, not loads of US stuff.
Yeah, I think the tea's too good. I think it's spread across the...
Yeah.
Across the pond. But that also comes in lieu of a new article as well about... that's gone viral in Vogue. I think it's in Vogue.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it embarrassing to have a boyfriend now?
What was the argument? Is that no one's posting their boyfriend on social media
Yeah,
anymore?
that there's been a vibe shift that it's actually it's not chic to have a boy.
Single queens, independent bitches.
Or just like, even if you have one, keep them out of your public aesthetic because they ruin
keep
it.
them off the grid.
I mean, we do mostly ruin it.
Yeah.
I can, like, if I don't make any... I think I make 95% of the pictures I'm in worse.
Yeah.
And that's, like, across the board. That's not just with women or in men. It's just I don't photograph well. And I don't know what face to pull during a photograph. I'm often a bit tired. And then I'll just look a bit... Yeah. They'll just be like, oh, who's that sad man there as well? They look like they're having a lovely time. I've wondered why they've invited this strange boy along.
Oh, that's the boyfriend.
That's the boyfriend. Oh, yeah. Maybe don't post him.
I do find, that most people's boyfriends are incredibly disappointing. I think in general, I think boyfriends are a low caliber in general.
Yeah,
you'll normally just see a woman who's quite sociable. She has a lot of interests, has lots of friends.
Got like some nice shoes on.
She'll roll out a boyfriend. It will be a scared man in an anorak.
Hello.
Who can't socialize at parties.
Yeah,
that's why I love that meme about like women on their like 6th anniversary. Like fucking 6 years with this one, and it's just David Mitchell sitting there on the table. Like,
oh, hello there.
So I do think that part is. I think it's just like it's embarrassing because the standard of boyfriend is just very low.
Yeah, I think. Well, in terms of particularly in translation to the internet and translation to pictures, we're not very
But you don't want that.
You don't want that either. You want the boy who's a bit like, what?
Yeah.
Why a bewildered old
That's
man.
true, actually.
You want like a
you don't want a guy who's you don't want a guy with an aesthetic grid.
Because their whole thing as well, exactly, is like, you
can't have your
want some people. Girls don't want boys on social media.
It's true. That's it.
And so if you don't on social media, you're not knowing how to do the latest Instagram challenge, are you? What are they doing nowadays? The Harlem Shake. What's next?
Yeah, Instagram is for the girls.
Yeah. What's for the boys? Pornhub. What's for the boys? What can we... But that's now you've got to fucking put your driver's license in there. Tetris.
This is for the boys.
Mini clip. Yeah, it's podcast for the boys.
Podcasts are for the boys.
That is true.
But Insta is for the girls. And yeah, I think it's him... be careful what you wish for, because you don't want a guy with a tasteful Instagram grid.
No.
because it doesn't read as like you want like a real man. And a real man doesn't know how it works and is embarrassed, and we all wear the same things. Real men should all wear the same things on holiday.
Imagine
it's like 5 outfits that all men wear.
Imagine if your boyfriend did
Shorts,
like an
flip-flops,
Instagram story of a geotag of a restaurant, a picture of the plate, and like 4 stars.
Or, babe, can you get a photo of me?
Yeah. And just like who's wearing like a hat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Wearing like a hat.
But if you're bi, because if you're gay, that's absolutely fine.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yes.
Gay men like it.
Yeah.
And it attracts
What?
other gay
Instagram?
men. Yeah. So it's the vibe, it's the culture, and I respect that.
Yeah.
Bi people, you get a little bit of leeway.
Yeah.
So I think it's like it's a transition thing. But if you're
Yeah.
straight, you should not be celebrating your birthday.
No.
And you should not be having an aesthetic Instagram.
No, I completely agree. Don't like take a picture of
But
a
the
coffee.
closer you are to being gay, the more those things become acceptable.
Yeah, no, I agree.
If you're like so gay you've never had any interest in women, then your birthday can be fucking huge.
It could be, massive.
Yeah. I think if you're bi, you
Well,
can
it's just about who you're wanting to attract. And, you know, the ladies are saying it's embarrassing to have a boyfriend. But what they're really saying is it's embarrassing to post them online because they ruin the aesthetic that they're creating, because the men that they're attracted to will not be able to garner a good aesthetic because they don't know what they're doing. Nor should they. We should be little trolls in the corner who accidentally peep into photos who people edit out. Yeah. We should be edited out of the majority of photos because we're bringing down the vibe.
Do you think that you, in particular, do you think you're you've ever met any of Elle's friends and they're like, who the fuck is that?
Who the fuck is that?
What?
No, I don't think they thought, who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is that? I imagine quite a lot of her fans would think, who the fuck is that? Because I appear semi-regularly on her Instagram and I'm just this weird podcaster and she's writing lovely love songs on this little freak in a shed.
Yeah.
Her friends, no, because again, you know, the boyfriend I don't think is embarrassing in real life. You know, the good boyfriend can be charming and good at parties, but then, as I say, as soon as I get in a photo and that's posted online, that doesn't translate. It's over and it's gone.
We've got anything else to cover?
No, I don't have a girlfriend.
Is that all from?
I think that's all from the shed.
Well, thanks so much, guys. We'll see you next week. Much love.
Bye.
Bye.